paying gold to other nations to serve you in war, improving racial relations by forcing another race to move out. If these options sound good to you, then Age of Wonders 1 is your game. In this strategic and tactical turn-based game, you will play in 800 by 600 pixels in order to dominate all other races. Why? In order to stop them, and I do mean them, from having an opinion on what humanoid is allowed to command armies and make economic decisions, kind of like real life, and to stop the goblins from producing suicide bombers. At its heart, Age of Wonders is about taking more territory than your opponents each turn until they lose the game. Or it can be about assassinating a leader and how an entire nation will crumble without one. Ultimately, what Age of Wonders is about is gold, 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 gold. Having more money than your freakish opponents and their weird dermatitis-infested citizens. You have to have wealth to build armies and take those freaks' homes away from them so they can die in a hole somewhere else, far away from your people. Good riddance. At least that's what the goblins would say. So at its heart, you could describe Age of Wonders as being all about heroes. How starting the game with level 10 defense means being able to siege entire capitals by themselves. You can literally play as a character from Dynasty Warriors, killing an entire army by yourself. Why not go play Dynasty Warriors? Because this game, Age of Wonders, is a strategy game. And that game is about building progressively stronger units, which is objectively better than a game that encourages button mashing like some Super Smash Bros, snot-nosed foupatard, ring around the posies diminutive. Each city when upgraded can produce stronger units with new abilities, stronger stats, and new combat roles. Who does not want a leprechaun that keeps their army up all hours of the night singing fiddle-dee-day, fiddle-dee-dee, I am a drunk off of Gooblin whiskey. Cities can be upgraded a number of times equal to how many tiles they take up on the map. This makes fat 4-square cities really easy to defend. Why? Because up to 4 armies can defend a city when an opponent attacks you. So let's get to our playthrough of the Halflings on Mountain Clash, a nice small-sized map that's Halfling versus Gobo. We are going to open with using our Eagle Flyers to snatch up all of the income-boosting tiles near us. Meanwhile, the main army will head to the east, recruiting dwarves and humans along the way. Since this is a small map, our capital will install and produce cavalry to build up an offensive to strike behind enemy lines. Cavalry have high attack and extra damage on their first melee attack with the charge ability. Once there, they will siege down the wall-less goblin cities. They will force race migration to our human best friends so that the enslaved cities don't rebel. You can't rebel if you are not in your home. Our forces to the east recruit the rest of the dwarven cities in order to bring more forces up to siege the larger goblin cities on the west coast. Then we finally bring in our forces to siege the goblin capital. Our forces are victorious. The goblins are reduced to mowing halfling lawns and to open goblin nail care salons all over the Valley of Wonders. This is the end of this playthrough, but there are larger maps and other factions I would like to explain more. What should I play next? A large map with all the races in a huge world war. Which faction? The insanely holy war-driven Azracs. The insidious cult warriors of the Dark Elves. The lazy frog-riding lizard men. The terribly greedy dwarves. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you on the next one.